And welcome to the channel. We got some more Apba bats pre-1961 baseball league. We got the Boston Red Sox traveling to Cleveland for the second and final game of this series on April 19th. Let's take a look here at the Red Sox starting lineup. Leading off, playing third base, Jimmy Collins. Batting second, playing second, Pete Rowlands. Batting third, playing center field, Dom DiMaggio. Batting fourth, playing left field, Ted Williams. Batting fifth, playing right field, Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Vern Stevenson. Batting seventh, playing first base, Buck Freeman. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Sammy White. And on the mound and batting ninth is the Dutchman, Leonard. Go over here and take a look at the hometown Cleveland Indians. And leading off, playing second base, Nate Lajoie. Batting second, playing center field is Trish Speaker. Batting third, playing left field is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Batting fourth, playing first base is Hal Trusky. Batting fifth, playing third base, Al Rosen. Batting sixth, playing right field, Rocky Calavito. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Lou Boudreau. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Steve O'Neill. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Stan Coveleski. Let's get down here to the field, get this game started. And leading it off here for the Red Sox, Jimmy Collins. He is batting 400. This is Collins' 1901 season. He batted 332 in 01 with 6 homers and 94 RBIs. He'll be going up against Stan Coveleski. This is Stan's 1918 season. Pitched in 38 games, started 33, was 22 and 13 with a 1.82 ERA. And here's the pitch to Jimmy. And that's going to be a rare play, a 53 on a 39. 53 on a 39. And that's going to be a strike one to Collins. One pitch to Jimmy. And he's going to take that 0-1 pitch and line that in the right field. Goes the other way with it. That'll be a base hit for Jimmy Collins. And the Red Sox got the leadoff batter aboard here for Billy Goodman. And Goodman's batting 1,000. I mean, Pete Rowlands is up. Didn't do that right. Well, all righty. Since I didn't put Pete in the lineup like I wanted, Billy in the lineup like I wanted, we'll have to go with Pete Rowlands. Notice that. So Pete is 1 for 1 this year. This is his 1958 season. He batted 322, 8 homers, and 59 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Pete. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Lou. He's going to fire that ball over the nape, over to Trusky. That is a 6-4-3 double play. Now there's nobody on and 2 outs for DiMaggio. And Dom is 0 for 4 on the year. This is his 1950 season. Batted 328, 7 homers, and 70 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Dom. And that's going to be a base on ball, so he gets aboard here with a walk. How big's that double play now? And that brings up Teddy Baseball. This wouldn't be known as the greatest hitter of all time. He's 3 for 3. So far in this season, he's proven it with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. This is Teddy Baseball's 1941 season. 406 batting average, 37 homers, and 120 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Teddy Baseball. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Don't want to get up behind on Williams. Here's the TO pitch. And that's what I'm talking about. That ball is high. That ball is far. Teddy Baseball is 4 for 4 with 3 home runs, folks. He is the greatest hitter of all time so far in this league. And it is quickly 2-0. that brings up Jackie Jensen now. This is Jackie's first plate appearance. This is his 1958 season, batted .286, 35 homers, 122 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lou. And that's going to be an out. How big was that double play, folks? Could have been a grand slam by Williams. Boston gets 2 on the home run by Williams. And the Indians are due up here. Elijah Way, Speaker, and Jackson due up here. Nape is 0 for 3. This is his 1904 season, about a .376, 5 homers, 102 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Nape. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. This could be a wild ball game. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Jensen goes over, throws it in after it hits the wall. And Nape's down at second with a leadoff double for Trish Speaker. And Trish, this is his 1923 season. He's 1 for 4, batting .250. And he batted .308 in 1923 with 17 homers, 130 RBIs. Runner down in second in scoring position for him. And that's going to be hit out to right field. And Jensen's out there on a 14. That should be fielding column number 1. And it is. And that's going to be a single. And the runner's going to score. So Jackie can't get to that ball. And that cuts the lead in half. And still nobody out. A runner down at first now for Shoeless Joe Jackson. And just like that, it's 2-1. Boston. Still nobody out here for Shoeless Joe. And Joe is batting .250. This is Joe's 1911 season. Batted .408, 7 homers, 83 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Joe. See what he does with this 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Sammy White throws the mask off, makes the catch for out number 1. And Hal Trusky's due up now. And Hal is batting .250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. This is Hal's 1936 season, batting .343 and 36 with 42 homers, 162 RBIs. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first strike out of the ball game for the Dutchman. And Al Rosen's due up now. And Rosen is 0 for 3. This is his 1953 season. .336, 43 homers, and 145 RBIs. This Cleveland team can hit, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a possible hit by pitch. And he hits him. The Dutchman hits him. And we got first and second. And the Indians are making some noise in the dugout. They're chirping a little bit here. So now there's first and second. Al Rosen seems to be all right. Brings up Rocky Colavito, though. See if Rocky can make him pay for hitting his teammate. Rocky is batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And this is his 1958 season. He hit .303 that year with 41 homers and 113 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is gone. And just like that, the Cleveland Indians take a 4-2 lead here, folks. A 3-run homer by Colavito. So he made them pay for hitting Al Rosen. And how quickly this game has changed. Up 2-0, now down 4-2. 2 outs now and nobody on for Lou Bordeaux. And he's looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 4. This is Lou's 1948 season. About a .355, 18 homers, 106 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Buck Freeman. That'll end the inning, but not until the Indians score four. Three of them on the Colavito homer. We go to the top of the second. It's 4-2 Indians. And we have Stevens, Freeman, and White due up here. Burns' first plate appearance of the year. This is his 1949 season. He batted .290, 39 homers, 159 RBIs. And he squares this one up, folks. This is going to be a wild and crazy game. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Getting over there, Speaker, he cuts it off after it bounces off the wall. Throws it in. So Vern's on with a leadoff double. That brings up Buck Freeman now, the runner in scoring position. Red Sox down by 2 now. And this is Buck Freeman. He's 0 for 2. And this is his 1901 season, batting .339 and 01 with 12 homers and 114 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And we'll do that first, and then I want to try to fix this infield here. So fly ball out the right field. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping here. Move the second baseman and them around a little bit so you can see better down there. Do some ballpark refiguration here. And there we are. Couldn't find it, so we're going to move the second baseman over some. Put him there. Move the shortstop over some. Put him there. And that should be better. See if that looks a little better now. One thing else too. Looks a little better. Okay. Now we got Sammy White up here. Sammy's 0 for 4 on the year. And this is his 1954 season, batting .282 and 54. 14 homers and 75 RBIs. Got a runner down in second and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Sammy. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Vern will stay put. With 2 outs now, it's up to Dutch Leonard to help his own cause here. Try to get a run across and cut it to a 1-run lead. This is Dutch 1914 season. This is his first bat of the year. In 14, he batted .147 with 4 RBIs on the year. And the Dutchman help his own cause. That's going to be a fly ball out the Speaker, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We got O'Neill and Stan COVELESKI due up, and then back to the top of the order in Nape. O'Neill is batting .667, no homers and no RBIs. This is O'Neill's 1920 season. He batted .321 and 20 with 3 homers, 55 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. O'Neill walks on down the first. And Stan COVELESKI is going to try to lay down a bunt here to get O'Neill in the scoring position. And Stan, this is his first plate appearance of the year. In 1918, he batted a .191 with 3 RBIs. And Stan get the bunt down. And that's going to be That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Dutch Leonard can't get the ball over and stands trying to give him an out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a nice bunt down, well, back to the mound. And only play for the Dutchman is going to be over the first with Rollins covering. That'll be out number 1. So the runner gets in scoring position. Nice job by Stan. To the top of the order we go. And Lajoie, he doubled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Knapp. And that's going to be against a 26-9. That's going to be popped up in the infield. That'll be caught by the shortstop. That'll be out number 1. Out number 2, rather. So it's up to Trish Speaker here to add to this 4-2 lead. And Speaker had an RBI single his first time up. And not this time. That is hit back to the mound. And he'll fire over to first. And that'll be out number 3. So the Red Indians leave 1 on. We go to the 3rd. It's still 4-2 Tribe. Top of the order due up here for Boston. Collins, Rollins, and DiMaggio. Jimmy singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Collins. And that's going to be a base hit. Infield hit by Collins. Slow roller down the second. He's safely aboard here. Brings up Pete Rollins. And Pete, he grounded into a double play, or this game might not be 4-2. Here's the pitch to Pete. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that'll be out number 1. And that brings up Don DiMaggio now. And he got on board with a walk and came around the score on the Williams homer. Here's the pitch to Dom. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can the Tribe turn 2 here? And a 51 on a 9. That's still probably going to be, that might be fielding column 2. That's still column number 1, but still unable to get the double play. They fired down the second over to first, but DiMaggio beats the throw. That brings up Ted Williams now again with a runner on at first. Ted hitting the cover off the ball, folks. He is 4 for 4 with 3 homers on the season and 4 RBIs. He had a 2-run shot in this game. Can he get another one here, folks? And they're in 2-0 count on Ted Williams again. If Ted don't swing, it's not a strike, right? Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be against a 18-9. And he keeps up his hitting streak. That's an infield hit. Ted Williams, a perfect 5 for 5, folks. So roller down the short. And now we got first and second. They can't get the best hitter out in baseball. So first and second now for Jackie Jensen. Jackie grounded out the short his first time up. When swinging a bat here, and they could have the lead. Jensen's, here's the pitch to Jackie. And that's going to be a high fly ball out the Speaker. He's back near the track, makes the catch. And that'll do it. Red Sox strand 2 to the bottom of the 3rd we go. We got Jackson, Trusky, and Rosen due up here. And Shoeless Joe is 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher the first time. And that's going to be it's the 25. That'll be a fly ball out to DiMaggio in center. Nice catch for out number 1. Al Trusky up now. And Trusky is 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. That'll be a ground ball down to Pete Rollins. He's up with it, fires over the first. Quickly 2 outs here in the 3rd. Al Rosen, can he keep this inning alive here for the Tribe? He was hit by a pitch. His first time up, came around the score on the home run. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Indians go down 1-2-3. Top of the 4th, we'll have Stevenson, Freeman, and White due up here for the Red Sox. Vern doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Vern will walk on down the first. And brings up Buck Freeman now. Nobody out. And he flew out to right field his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lodge way. And that's going to be fired down the second. Over to first, and Buck Freeman beats that one out, folks. So now you got one out and Freeman down at first for Sammy White. And Sammy is 0 for 1. He flew out the left. He's looking for his first hit of the year. And that's not going to happen. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. That'll be the first strikeout for Coveleski. And it brings up the Dutchman, Dutch Leonard. He flew out the center his first time up, 2 outs. Runner down at first. And that's going to be a 2-0 count. Can the Dutchman take advantage of it? No, that'll be a ground ball down the rows, and he fires across the diamond for out number 3. And the Tribe leave one into the Tribe leave one into the top of the 5th we go. Bottom of the 4th. Sorry, that was the Red Sox. We'll get this right. Now the Tribe's up with Colavito and Lou Berdor and O'Neill. Rocky is 1 for 1 with a 3-run homer. Here's to pitch to Colavito. And that's going to be a fly ball in the deep right field. Jackie Jensen pinned up against the wall makes the catch. Rocky just missed that one, folks. Brings up Lou Brodor. And Lou is 0 for 1, grounded out the first. Freeman his first time up. And that'll be another fly ball. This one a little easier for DiMaggio. 2 fly balls, 2 outs for Steve O'Neill with nobody on now. Can he get on board? He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. That might be a swing and a miss. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. O'Neill goes down swinging, the 3rd strikeout by the Dutchman. And we got top of the order due up here for the Sox. Collins, Rollins, and DiMaggio. And Jimmy's 2 for 2, 2 singles here. And that's going to be against a 20. That's going to be a ground ball, fly ball out to center field. Trish Speaker runs it down, takes a hit away from Jimmy. First time they gotten Collins out this game. And up steps Pete Rollins now. Pete's 0 for 2. Grounded out and flew out. And that'll be a base on balls. So Pete walks on down the first. And that brings up Dom DiMaggio. Can he get aboard here? He's 0 for 1. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice, so he's been on base both times. Not this time. That's a swing and a miss. That's only the 2nd out for Stan. And up steps Ted Williams. He has yet to make an out this season, folks. He's 2 for 2 today, a homer and a single. Here's the pitch to Williams. And this will be the first time they get Mr. Teddy Baseball out, folks. That'll be popped up down the short. Lou calls for it, makes the catch for out number 3. And the Red Sox strand 1 to the bottom of the 5th we go. Coveleski due up, then back to the top of the order, and Nape and Speaker stands 0 for 0. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And this one's going to be hit down the short. Vern's up with it. He fires over to first for out number 1. Brings us back to Nape here. And can Lajoie get something going? He's 1 for 2 with a double and popped up the short also. That's going to be a base on balls. So Nape's on at first. Napped on at first for Chris Speaker. And can the Indians add to this 4-2 lead? Hey, Doug Hunt. And Speaker's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and grounded back to the mound. And that's going to be hit down the second. And they're going to get the runner out at second, but not be able to turn the double play. So now Speaker's down at first with 2 outs. And Shoeless Joe Jackson's up. He's 0 for 2. Popped up and flew out. And that's going to be against the 25. That is going to be a single in the right field. And Speaker should make it down the third with 2 outs. Single in the right. 31. So that will be a 61. They're not even going to make the throw. So the ball comes back in the infield. We got first and third now for Hal Trusky. And Hal is 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. And he come through with a base hit here, folks. And against a 25 and 8. That's going to be a pop-up. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. The Dutchman gets out of the jam. Indian strand 2 to the 6th inning we go. And it's still 4-2 Indians. You got Jackie Jensen, Vern Stevens, and Buck Freeman due up here. And Jackie's 0 for 2. Grounded out and flew out the center. And that ball is hammered, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That's a no doubt about it. A deep center field. And Jackie Jensen cuts the lead to 1. And up steps Vern Stevens now. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Here's the pitch to Vern. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out to Rocky Colavito. He's back at the warning track, makes the catch. And all of a sudden, Stan's not fooling anybody. Up steps Buck Freeman now. 1 down, nobody on. He flew out to right and reached on a fielder's choice. Yeah, yes, they are. You're right. Yep. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Shoeless Joe makes the catch. 4-2 outs now. So after the home run, Stan Coveleski settled down. Sammy Waits up, flew out and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. So that's going to put a runner down at first for the Dutchman. He's going to stay in the game here. The Dutchman is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be hit down to first. And Hal's not that great of a fielder. 34 and a 3. That'll be fielding column number 2. First on air, runner to third. So that's going to be a E3. And the runner's going to get down to third now. And we're back to the top of the order, and Jimmy Collins. Dan should be out of this mess, but he's not. We got first and third, White down at third. The Dutchman down at first. Jimmy Collins is 2 for 3, 2 singles and a fly ball to center. And that's going to be it's a 20 and an 8. That is going to be a nice catch out there by Shoeless Joe. Takes a base hit away and keeps this a 1-run game. But they score 1, make it 4-3 on the home run by Jackie Jensen. And now we got Al Rosen up. He is 0 for 1. He'll be followed by Colavito and Lou Bordeaux. See if the Indians can get any of these runs back here. Once was a 4-2 lead, is now 4-3. And here's the pitch to Al Rosen. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Al goes the other way with it. Gets aboard here with a leadoff single. And the Rock's up. He's already hit a 3-run homer. Colavito 1 for 2. Flew out the deep right field his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fences. Comes up a little short. Now there's one out for Lou Bordeaux. And Lou's 0 for 2, grounded out and flew out the center. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And I didn't put Dutch Leonard's defensive rating in there, so give me a second here. Nope, I didn't put his defensive rating in. Let's see what the Dutchman is. Another little housekeeping error. He's a pitcher 1. Okay. And Leonard. So he's a P1. Alrighty, now we got that done. Back to the game. Back to the game. Okay. 24, that was back to the mound. Don't think they're going to be able to turn 2. 43 on a 1 might be fielding column 3. And it is. So that'll be a swing and a miss. Lou strikes out. So that is 2 down now. That's the 6th strikeout by the Dutchman. That brings up Steve O'Neill. He walked and struck out yet to put the ball in play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vern. He'll go over to second. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still a 1-run game. You got Rollins due up here, followed by DiMaggio and Williams. Pete is 0 for 2 with a walk, grounded out, and flew out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Al Rosen. Over to Hal for out number 1. That brings up DiMaggio. Now, can he get on base, folks? And he has yet to get a hit this year. He's 0 for 6, 0 for 2 today with a white walk, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout. But now he squares this one up. Says, talk about me, will ya? And that ball is hit. Is that going to make it through the infield? Nope, that's going to be an infield hit. Lou knocks it down, but has no play. So that'll be a ground ball hit down the short. DiMaggio's on. That brings up Ted Williams. He's already homered in this game, folks. And they finally got him out for the first time this year. He's 2 for 3 with a homer, a single, and he popped up to short. Here's the pitch to Ted Williams. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. The last time he had a 2-0 count, he homered. Here we go. And not this time. 9 against an 18. But that will be an infield hit again. Williams, a slow roller down the second. He beats it out. So now we got first and second and 1 out. And Coveleski's due to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Trying to keep him in this game so they don't have to make a switch here. They're getting the bullpen up, though. Jackie Jensen's homered off of him. He's grounded out, flew out the center, and had an RBI, a solo shot homer. Here's the pitch to Jackie. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And can they turn 2 is the question, folks. No, that's not a ground ball. That's going to be a high pop-up. That's a rainmaker. And Knapp's waiting for it to come down. It finally does. It's a little wet, but that'll be out number 2. Vern Stevens up now. And Vern He's having a good game here. He is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. He flew out the right the last time up. And that'll be a pop-up down the short. And Lou's waiting for that one. He makes the catch. And that'll end the threat. So the Red Sox strand 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Still 4-3. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for COVELESKI. Back to the top of the order. See who's going to come off the bench here against the Dutchman. Got most of the righties in the ball game. And Bobby Avila, as Philip Reynolds joins us here. Bobby's going to come out to pitch hit for Stan. And see who they'll probably go to. What they got? They got a lefty, a righty, then a pitch hitter. So first, let's get Bobby in the game here. Velia coming on the pitch hit. This is his 1954 season. And he is batting first plate appearance of the year. And in 1954, he batted .341, 15 homers, 97 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And he's going to square this one up against the Dutchman. He's already trailing by 1, trying to keep it that way. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So a leadoff double. Start this inning off. That'll get somebody up in the bullpen. The Dutchman's due to be up third. So they're trying to get him through this 7th inning. Trying to keep it a 1-run game. And Knapp is 1 for 2 with a walk. Popped up the short his other time up. And can they get out of this mess with nobody scoring? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Is he going to look the runner back? 25 on a 7. Pete's not that great of a fielder. That will be fielding column number 1 now. And the runner will still get down the third. So ground ball down the second. Now you're going to have to bring the infield in. Tris Speaker's up now. Runner down at third and 1 out. Can't afford to give up any more runs. Speakers had an RBI single, grounded out to the mound and reached on a fielder's choice. That's going to be a fly ball out to Williams and left. Doesn't have that great of an arm. So on a re-roll the dice here. A 3, a 30. So an 18, a 50-50 chance here. 50-50 chance with Shoeless Joe due up with 2 outs. Do you take a chance here? Try to add a run. It'll be a 36 or lower. He'll score. Like I say, it's a 50-50 chance. Shoeless Joe is up. There's 2 outs there. If there was only, they're going to try sending him here with 2 outs. So a 36 or lower, he's safe. Here's the throw from Ted Williams. And he's in there, folks. Barely sneaks under the tag. They're a little frustrated. They thought he was out, but that makes it a 5-3 ball game. Now there's nobody on for Mr. Jackson. And it's 5-3. So Shoeless Joe's 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And he's popped up to the catcher and flew out the center. And that's going to be a rare play. A 44 on a 40. And that's going to be out to center field. DiMaggio is a 3 fielder out there. But on a 62, that still might be fielding column 3. Nope, that's barely fielding column 2. So it was a 44 on a 40. Went to the save, field 4. And that's going to be a single in the center. Batter out trying for second. So Jackson gets thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Nice play out there by DiMaggio. So a single in the center, and he's going to be out trying for an extra base here. So Jackson gets thrown out by DiMaggio, and that'll end the inning. That didn't work. Try this again here. Undo. Let's see here. It's a single in the center. And DiMaggio is going to throw him out. A single in the center. And R0. 1x1, it should be. Let's see what happens here. I don't want him advancing to second. I want him thrown out at second. I'll try this one more time a different way, and then we're going to just say the hell with it, and I'll change the box score. I'm not going to fool around with this. Okay. One base single. And there we got him. All righty. So now we go to the top of the eighth. Red Sox trailing by 2. And he's going to come out here and pitch. They got a lefty due up, a righty, and then a pitch hitter for the Dutchman. And Ears Mossy's going to come out and try to get a 2-inning save. So Mossy's going to come out of the bullpen. This is Mossy's 1954 year. Try to nail down the save here. Old Don's coming out. Takes his warm-up pitches. He'll be facing Freeman, White, and then a pitch hitter here. He might pitch hit for Freeman here. See who they got on the bench. Yep, and they're going to pitch it for Freeman. Gearhart's going to come off the bench and pitch it for Freeman. And that'll be it for Buck. And let's see if old Dick Gearhart in 1956 year, he batted .291. And say first plate appearance, batted .291, 16 homers, 68 RBIs. Can Gearhart come through here with a base hit and bring the tying run to the plate? Nope, that's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to be a strikeout. He swings and misses. So Don strikes out the first batter he faces. And up to the plate now steps Sammy White. And Sammy's 0 for 2. He's walked, flew out the left, and struck out. That's going to be a ground ball down the nap at second. That'll be out number 2. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for the Dutchman. See who's going to come out off the bench here. It'll have to be a righty. And they don't have many righties on the bench. Bobby Dorr is going to come off the bench here. So Bobby grabs a bat. See if Dorr can get on here with 2 outs. And nobody on. And the Red Sox trailing by 2. This is Bobby's first plate appearance. In 1950, he batted .294 with 27 homers and 120 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So that's going to get the tying run to the plate here. Nice piece of hitting by Bobby by taking a walk. He was patient. And that brings up Jimmy Collins, who's had a nice game here, folks. He is 2 for 4, 2 singles and flown out the center and to left. Here's the pitch to Jimmy. And that's going to be I got to put Moss's. Darn it, I didn't do a very good job with putting these stats in here, ratings in here. Sorry about that. Put Moss's pitching numbers in here for master game. I got it as the basic. I didn't put it in as the master game. A little sloppy with this. I apologize, but you get to see a little behind the scenes here, digital. So where's Don at? There he is. So he is a 14 as a starter and a 19 as a reliever. Alrighty, now let's get back to the ball game as we got the clerical stuff done again. That's the third or fourth time I've had to do clerical stuff here in this game. And that was a 8 against a, as we get back to the game. I didn't want to do that. What'd you do that for? Let's get back to the game here. So that's going to be an 8 against a 21 with a runner down at first. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll end the inning, folks. So the Red Sox get the tying run to the plate, but fail to convert. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 5-3 Indians. Trusky's due up, followed by Al Rosen and Colavito. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got a lefty, a righty, and a righty. And is Dusty going to come out of the bullpen here? Let's see. Parnell, the lefty, is he going to come out here? Or are they going to go with the righty? And Joe Dobson might come out here. And I think they're going to go with the righty. Joe Dobson's going to come out of the bullpen. Got 2 righties due up in the lefty. So the righty Dobson, this is his 1947 season. And we need a first baseman, don't we? And Gearhart will stay in the game and play first. All righty, Gearhart takes over at first. And Dobson pitched in 33 games, started 31. Yeah, exactly, Doug. Yep, I got them all in now, so that's all done. Just made a few clerical errors, it looks like. He pitched in 33 games, started 31, won 18, lost 8, has a 2.95 average. Like I say, he'll be facing Trusky, Rosen, and Calavito. Howe is 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded out the second. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, though? Against the 15. That's going to be a home run. Al says, welcome to the game. Joe Dobson, he turns on that one, folks. Should have brought the lefty in to face him, it looks like. So it is now 6-3 Indians. That might have done it. That might have been a nail in the coffin. Al Rosen's up now. He's 1-for-2, been hit by a pitch, struck out, and singled. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Pete at second. He fires over to first for out number 1. And here comes Rocky Calavito up. And Rocky is 1-for-3 with a 3-run homer. Flew out the right and struck out. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That's a blast down the first base line, or down the third base line. So he pulls that in the left field. And that's going to be a double. And all of a sudden, Thompson's getting racked here. Calavito down at second and only 1 out for Sweet Lou Bordeaux. Can Lou drive in a run here? They're up 3-3. And Lou is 0-for-3, grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Joe Dobson's having a rough 9th inning here. Excuse me for 1 minute, guys. My daughter's calling me. Alrighty, sorry about that, everybody. My daughter called me. She's having some issues. I had to take care of that. Have to take off tomorrow and go help her. Now back to the ball game. We got one out, runners on first and second, and Steve O'Neill at the plate with Joe Dobson's, who's having a rough inning here. And Steve O'Neill is 0 for 2 with a walk, struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch to Steve. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Burns up with it, and after all that weight, that's going to be a ground ball double play down the short. 6-4-3 double play will end the inning. And we go to the top of the ninth. It's now 6-3. Oh, appreciate it, Tim. Like I say, it doesn't get any easier when they get older. She's 20-some years old. But so now we got Pete Rollins, DiMaggio, and Williams due up here. Red Sox down by 3. Pete's 0 for 3. He's walked, grounded out, and twice and flew out the left. And I want to thank Clinton Parks for coming by while I was off. Line there. Let's get rid of this announcement here that I was on the phone. There we go. And here's the pitch to Pete. And that's going to be a fly ball out the speaker in center field. Darn it, it's back on again. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Now it's off. Hopefully it stays off. That's a fly ball out to center for out number 1. Now it's up to DiMaggio to get on base here. Need 2 base runners here. Yep, exactly, Tim. That's what you're supposed to do, I think. Yep. She's almost 30 herself. Yep. She's actually going to be 29 this year. So DiMaggio, 1 for 3 with a walk, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Don walks DiMaggio, and that brings up Ted Williams now. Ted's had a 3-run homer. And can DiMaggio make this a 1-run game or at least keep this going? He's 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, and he's popped up the short. He's only been out 1 time this season. He's 6 for 7. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Mossy's got himself in a mess here. Run comes to the plate, and Jackie Jensen. And Jackie's homered in this game. We got first and second now. Only 1 out. And the Red Sox come back and win this game. Jackie hit a solo homer, grounded out to short, flew out to right, and popped up to second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, a big strike out there. That's 2 down now. And we got Vern Stevens up now. And the Red Sox are down to their last out. Time run at the plate. DiMaggio at second, Williams at first. Vern's 1 for 3 with a walk, doubled, and flew out the right and popped up the short. Here's the pitch to Vern. And against the 20, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He's going to throw that ball over to first, Lewis, and that'll end the ball game. And the Indians win 6-3. Take a look here at the box score now. And that'll be the last game here in this series. It was only a 2-game series. And they split game apiece here. These Indians, if they get some pitching, they got one hell of a lineup. Oh, that's a darn shame, Clinton. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Yep. Yeah, I got two good daughters. Finally got a grandson, so I got one boy in the family now. But yeah, I got two good daughters. Yeah. Alrighty, the Red Sox 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Indians 6 runs, 9 hits and 1 error. Collins had 2 hits. Ted Williams 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a homer. And look at that, the Red Sox scored 3 runs, but they was 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left 12 men on base. They had their opportunities, folks. Had their opportunities. And Shoeless Joe was 2 for 4. Rocky was 2 for 4. You had How Trubisky and Rocky with home runs in this game for the Indians. Indians were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. The Dutch Leonard goes to 0-1, goes 7 innings, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 6, and gave up the homer. And Dobson comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and gave up a home run. Stan Kovaleski picks up the win, goes 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, walked 4, struck out 2, and gave up 2 home runs. Mossy came in, made it interesting with them walks. Picks up his first save of the year, 2 innings, 3 walks, but struck out 2. We'll take a look here. It's not much to look at, but we'll take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard. We're almost done the first series for every team. Like I say, the Yankees 3-0. Like I say, Detroit has only played 1 game, and I think it's the Senators have only played 1 game. And the same thing for the Phillies and the Pirates have only played 1 game. Babe Ruth and Ted Williams both with 3 homers. Ted batting .857. Ruth with 6 RBIs. In the National League, you got Wally Post with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. Ed Rush batting .550, .545. Of course, the pitchers aren't going to have ERAs, and everybody's got 1 win. You do got Joe Page with 2 saves in the American League, and you got Don McMahon with 2 saves in the National League. Ruth right now leading MVP voting, and Shaw and Dutch Leonard tied with the Cy Young in the American League. Of course, Cy Young's actually pitching in this league, so it's kind of nice having an award named after you and you're still pitching. And you got Wally Post with leading MVP voting in the National League, and you got 3 pitchers, Vance, Wills, and Doak, tied for the Cy Young. Again, I want to thank Tim D and Clinton Parks. Sorry about that delay in the middle there again. Like I say, I had a phone call from my daughter and had to take it. Appreciate y'all sticking with me. And hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell on your way out and like button and leave a comment. And let's see here. I think the next game we're going to do is going to be between, I think we're going to jump ahead to the 20th. Oh, you're welcome, Tim. Jump ahead to the 20th. I think the Phillies got one more. Oh, it is the 20th. I think the Phillies got one more game against the Pirates. I don't think they play on the 19th. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll jump ahead here to the 20th, and that'll finish out that series with the Pirates and Phillies. Then we'll go back and get the Senators and Tigers. They played too on the 19th and the 20th. So that'll be the next game here on the channel. Until then, like I say, y'all have a great day and take care.